Day 33. I should start off by telling you, by the way, if you don't know this or you haven't been watching the other videos, I'm also right now on just day 5 of a juice fast. And I'm totally alone so far. I'm doing 10 days of being alone, and I'm not sure quite yet how long I want to do the juice fast, but I definitely am going to keep going right now because, first of all, as far as the juice fast is concerned, I am in total bliss. I feel so connected to myself. To realize that like 5 days have gone by that I haven't just aimlessly eaten something my body doesn't want, that all these nutrients have been coming into my body. You know, I'm eating crazy amounts of vegetables right now. Like, let me show you a picture of. I'm gonna just pull up a picture of. Like, this was. I don't know how well you could. I'm trying to figure out how to. That was my breakfast. That all went into a juicer, and then I added like Udo's oil, like omega 3s and 6s, and then a protein plant powder into a. At first, I juiced all those, and then I put that into a blender and with the other stuff. That's all I've had for 5 days, and my body is a different place. It's in a different thing, and it's fascinating to feel my ego wanting stuff and then watching it get quieter and quieter while I'm just watching it now. And one of the things that is coming with being alone is this shift into a massive appreciation for times just alone with myself. Like at night, usually we have this thing in us that goes, well, I better go out, or I better go to a restaurant with a friend, or I better get to a club, or I better party. It's just weirdly wired into us that being alone is not okay. It's weird how much we better go do something. For the last 5 nights, every night, I have sat on my porch and lit a candle. Like, there's like a ton of nature outside, and I sat on my porch and I lit a candle, and I just closed my eyes for an hour to an hour and a half. There's nothing greater than that. There's no going out and partying. To me, I know we're all in different places, and for other people, that might have been their life, their whole life, and they want to do something different. But for me, I've been around people my whole life, and I really, really, really needed to be alone. And I sit and I just feel this bliss, and all these ideas come in. Earlier today, I was offered to do something that I would usually totally do. There was an event going on, and all of my friends, my speaker friends, were there, and they're all saying, "Why don't you come?" And it was such a thing that my mind could totally explain that I should come, and it was justifying it. It was going, you'll go there and you'll say hi to this person, you'll be able to bump into this person, and I needed to justify it because it's not what I wanted. Whenever you are justifying something, you don't want it. That's the truth, because the other me just felt like I want to stay home. That's what felt greater in my body. But my mind said, yeah, but out there you could go there and you could go on the stage maybe, and then you'll, all these other people, whatever. But my heart doesn't want that. And it's weird because it was such a high level of discovering what was the addiction and what is my soul. I think everything that's not your soul is an addiction. It's not just alcohol and drugs. It's like everything that isn't us doing what we want to do. Even getting permission from other people to do something is an addiction. We have so many. And then there's what you want to do. And every minute there's what do I want to do and what should I do? And if you're in the should I do, you know you're there because you'll start justifying why you're doing it. The reason is because deep down you don't believe you should be there, and you don't believe you should be doing that. So, for instance, my assistants, Dan and Carrie, I never have to justify why I have them. They're just amazing. I never think that I need to explain to people why. But when I'm with someone or I'm in an alignment that doesn't align with me and I talk about it to people, I have to say stuff like, well, that person's really nice, and, at least they get this going, but deep down my soul is like, this person isn't aligned to hang out with. And you could have that with a job. Well, I get good benefits. Dude, you don't want to be there if you're saying that. Because there's an even higher calling that just goes, I know it's scary as hell, but do what you're here to do. Make this leap right now. And most people don't know about that calling. They don't know because very few people are making those leaps and then giving us permission to live in our calling. So for me, my calling says spend some time alone. Even if the greatest people that make the most sense in the world to hang out with you are right down the street, spend some time alone. Spend time alone. Take 10 days and don't interrupt it. Don't go do something at night that you don't want to do in your soul. No matter how amazing the people are, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with what I need. And there's some reason I need it. And really high level ideas are coming in. Like much more effortless things are coming in. My stress is gone because I'm not ignoring myself. That's all that I know. And so I'm talking about being alone, but I'm not justifying it. I'm not going, it's good that I'm alone because I'm like, here's why. Because it's coming from something and it's going, here's the benefits of being alone. Holy crap. But now most people hear that and then they do the literal thing. They think I'm saying to be alone. No. I'm saying, what's the thing you want to do in your body that you want to do more? Every second you have a decision. Does my body want to eat this food or this food? Does it want to hang with this person or stay home? One way I always say that you don't want to hang out with the person is if you have plans to hang with someone and then you hope that they cancel. That's you looking for permission to cancel, so cancel. Your body doesn't want to do it. There's something but you don't know what it is, but your body understands something. That I don't want to do that is a calling that might not make sense to you, but you don't need to make sense of it. You need to do what the feeling says, because then you'll move more into that calling. You'll move more into your heart. You'll move more into your body, and you'll be a different human being. You'll be more proving to yourself that you listen to what your body says more than what you should do. And, like for me to do a juice fast, there's so many people that are like, oh, you shouldn't do that because da-da-da. And I had to get like 5 days in for me to really get over like all the fears of, will I go into starvation mode? Will I have all this crap? Now I'm in this place where the ego doesn't worry as much. But I didn't know that. And it isn't that, because there's tons of examples of people that don't go into starvation mode, but I have this old wiring in me that finds why it could go wrong still. And so when you do the thing you want to do, that old wiring leaves. So I had to come up with some really big vision for what I wanted and then just do it. And in doing it, I'm proving to myself that my calling is number one, and I'm getting rewarded with higher health, with higher passion, with higher centered ideas, with more creativity, with more time. I have so much time all of a sudden. I can't believe how much Dan and I, my teammate Dan and I are writing my book right now, and we're just bouncing ideas back and forth. But here's how we're doing it. I'm not talking to anyone on the phone. Dan and Carrie and I are doing this thing where we're emailing our ideas back and forth, or I record my thoughts into a recorder and send that to Dan. So I'm getting so much done with the book so fast by doing what I want to do, And I also noticed with all this new energy and from doing what I want to do and not stressing, God, I'm able to work out so much more. Like I really love working out, and like I'm working two times a day sometimes now, like a hot yoga and a Bikram, or that is Bikram, a hot yoga and a CrossFit or whatever. But when I was eating the crappy food and I was stressing, I'm bringing the weight of the world with me, and I'm not able to work out nearly as much. So I'll do one CrossFit and be like, I'm dead. But now I'm finding I have only energy. And it's not only the food, it's the lack of stress. It's the alignment with myself, because I'm doing what it wants to do, and that's in you. And only you know what it is that you want to do. And it's a very quiet voice, but it's a very light feeling when you do it. It's like that feels freeing. And we're not here to feel the heavy feeling that we're used to feeling. We're here to feel the free feeling that we haven't felt, but we're supposed to feel. And we're supposed to feel freer and freer and freer by making decisions from that place. So day, 33. I don't know. It'll say on the video. I don't know.